I love the story about what he did for his son.
Mm-hmm. You mean him, right? With his kids.
Yeah. Assuming that this is, I sent it to him, the only thing I would have done differently from what he did, but he might have done it as well, because he said he would, whatever amount of money they raised, he would match it.
Mm-hmm.
What I would have done is, but there had to be a minimum. So if there was a game plan, I think the game plan was to make $1,000, right?
Yeah.
Then what I would have done then, and because they'd done 500 before, remember?
Yeah.
They'd made 500 before. I think that was the case. So I would have set the goal and say, if you reach 1,000, I'll match it. So in other words, I wouldn't, because otherwise it might have made it so that even if you do half the results of your goal, you're going to get it. So they didn't stretch out of their comfort zone. I don't remember the numbers he said, but I would have picked a number that, well, I'm only going to match the donations you get if you hit this goal first. So if you have to hit 700, and as soon as you hit 700, I'm matching everything. So if you get $650, you're only getting $650. But if you hit 700, you're getting $1,400. If you hit 800, you get $1,600. That's what I would have done. But that's my, that's part of what I do with businesses is make the compensation in line with the actions and results that you want them to get. So let me, just so I don't have to edit it. You know what I didn't plan on? We can debrief on all the other things later. So let me get the pronunciation. I know how to say Patel, but is it Mittal?
Mittal.
Mittal. So it's not like the toy company, Mittal Toys. It's Mittal.
Mittal.
Mittal. I apologize if I'm still saying it wrong. So I want to honor you. The reason why I wanted to think about it, meditate as well, because I wanted to talk to you, Samantha, because and he needs to understand this agreement. So I'm supporting you. So what I shared with you, any of the guests that you get for passion projects or even the guests or whatever, anything that you bring in right now during this intervention time where I'm sponsoring my time and work to help you be self-sustainable as an entrepreneur, as a, whatever way that is, even if it's help you get a job, whatever you want. So because he came in here because of you, I wouldn't have known him if it wasn't for you. I'm going to say that, I'm willing to sponsor 100% of my time with him and have it go to you. And I want to ask you, because we never had this situation yet, based upon, I'm going to give him a few options here of what I could do. If he goes for the option where, so it's just hold on to the numbers for a minute, and I'm okay with payment terms or whatever as well. If he goes with not doing with passion projects, and it's like my intervention consultations and with his business and marketing and video editing, and that'll be a minimum of $2,800 for the strategic session plus video editing, which could end up being around $5,000. So it's for and you would just kind of commit. By the way, and this is just one option. I'm going to go through a couple cheaper options, I believe, as well. So if he goes with this option, I just want to suggest that I think it'd be fair if half the profits went to me and I donate half the profits to you rather than 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, fair?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. And first of all, I mean it sincerely when I say, because you don't know me and I'm a stranger, and yes, I'll share you some videos and some stuff to show that I get real results, but there's still a risk to you. Like, is what I'm going to do actually going to help you accelerate your financial goals faster? You're doing the thing with the ear. Yeah. I know you don't know, and for you it's perceived as a risk, so I'd be happy to assume 100% of the risk. And I mean it when I say I'm willing to book a 4-hour session. That's how I do it. I book a 4-hour slot of time, and knowing that at some point within that 4 hours or less, 4 hours or less, that you just got pointed in a slightly different direction that's going to alter everything. Simultaneously, I'm interviewing you around your business and your soul and your heart and your soul, and I'm capturing the essence of you, who your brand is, who you are, and I'll be consulting with you on how to leverage different ways to achieve your goals, whether it is in using Facebook or not. I don't know I never know what it's going to look like. So I'll assume 100% of the risk. And then only if at the end of the session you feel like, yeah, this was totally worth what you said it was going to cost, which is $2,800 for the strategic session, and on 3-camera high definition. So that means it goes into these computers on a different setting, which is 4K setting and then HD setting on one of them, and so it's the highest quality, and which you can edit. Right? It's not Facebook Live. It's very high quality. You can edit. So the whole session's recorded, because simultaneously from consulting with you, I'm actually consulting with you in such a way that I'm pulling out everything about you and your business and your brand story, your story, and opportunities for leverage to making even more money faster than you're currently doing it. So we can just say, this is the fee, and in good faith, I don't know your financial situation. All I heard was, and this is why I jumped in, by the way, because I was being present with him. He basically said he has a mentor. He says, this year I'm going to beat you, even though I made 20,000, now I made 40, and I believe he's basically saying he's at 80,000 now, and his goal is $1 million. So there's a big distance between, say, 100,000 and $1 million. And I would consult with you, and you'd only pay if you felt it was worth it. I'm okay with any payment terms you want to work out. So that's option number one. And the other option, I already know you're going to say yes, so I'm asking permission, but I already know you're going to say yes, is if you want to do the same thing, have a 4-hour session with me, but we're not videotaping it, so we're not leveraging all of that. And we're having a session strategically for the purposes of having you go on passionprojects.tv, right? And so we'll send you 3 examples of 3 people, 3 guests that came, and I proposed to them, like the first guest, Richard. He had some he was really struggling with his business, and I had you propose to him to discount the fee for this to $1,200 and work out payment arrangements with him, and it all goes to you. So that I would consult with them prior to going live on Passion Projects TV, 3-camera with a very specific strategy for, getting money, promoting his business to get real results. So if you'd like to do that, $1,200 all goes to her, and I'm totally okay with that. We can work that out. So again, just to reiterate, the difference between the 1,200 version is the 1,200 version is less money. It's less quality in terms of the video, because it's just going on Facebook Live. You're paying for the consultation at a reduced cost, but for the strategic purpose of, building it up and doing a very clear interview message on Passion Projects TV that's very targeted for a very specific result, of which we don't know what that result is yet. You might think you know, I might think I know, but we don't until we have a 4-hour session ahead of time. And then the other option, again, $2,800, same consultation, but we're not thinking of Passion Projects TV. We're thinking of, it's a consultation for the purposes of getting video footage for your business. So it's $2,800. And the strategic consultation, I just thought of something. If he does choose the $2,800 option, right? And there's, and we could talk further. And the video editing is not so extensive, so it's definitely not going to cost more than $5,000. And because you're getting half of that, which is still more than $1,200, I would say, why don't you offer him as a bonus that he also, it's all recorded, the consultation, high end, and he gets to go on Facebook Live through an interview on Passion Projects TV strategically to also get that, a result, Passion Projects.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah, cool.
It would be nice if this was written, I know, but this just came out inspired right now. And again,
so do you want to say that third option again?
The third option is basically the one I was sharing in the beginning when he was sitting here face to face, right? I interview him with 3-camera HD's recording $2,800. Any payment terms that work with him, trust his conscience. Don't be, ridiculous. $10 a month or and for the consultation. And I assume 100% of the risk. In other words, let me provide the value first, and then you see after the consultation, does it resonate that I wasn't full of shit, that you're getting the value, and then simultaneously, I'm also going to edit our certain parts of our consultation to pull out some video clips that are very persuasive about his heart and soul and what he does and why he's the only real choice to go to in whatever it is that he does, that I still don't know what he does, right? Mm-hmm. So that would be it. And then I'm just saying, in addition, if he goes for that option, that's $2,800. Plus, depending on the video editing portion, how intensive he wants me to do the video editing, it could go, the entire fee could be $5,000. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying I won't make it any more than that, because I know it wouldn't have to be, more extensive than that. And I will do some video editing, depending on what happens, because I don't know what's going to happen in the session. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much clips are available. Like, I'll give him something from it as well, editing wise. And I'm suggesting also strategically position this consultation so that it could be leveraged on your show, and you let him go on your paid show, passionprojects.tv, mm-hmm. With no extra charge. So it's like just
a bonus.
A bonus, but it's not like a bonus to try to manipulate you into the higher fee. It just makes sense. Yeah. You're getting paid it. I'm going to give you 50% commission anyway, which is greater than $1,200. And I'm sure you would love the opportunity to provide tangible value rather than just get a donation from me.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense. So that's it.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.